And welcome into our installment on the Rappahannock County Sports Network of tonight's varsity baseball game between the Rappahannock County Panthers and the homestanding Luray Bulldogs. Welcome in to the pregame show here, presented to you by Rappahannock County Sports Network. This is the second meeting between the two teams in the 2021 condensed slate here. And the last game, 6-3 win in Rappahannock County, going to the homestanding Rappahannock County Panthers at the time. Rappahannock County 6-2 overall this season. They are second in the Bull Run District behind first seed Page County at a record of 8-2 overall. Their only losses of this season are to East Rockingham, 13-3 at East Rockingham, and Madison most recently a 4-3 loss in Rappahannock County, their first home loss of the season and their second overall in the regular season. Coming up on Friday, there'll be a test of games as they will doublehead Strasburg at First Bank Stadium on Friday at 4 and 6 o'clock, which will be a test for the Panthers as they have not faced a doubleheader yet this season. And going with what they've got so far yet, it could be a very tough challenge, especially going back from one game to another within a short time span. Also, last game, quick stats. Panthers led 2-0 over the Luray Bulldogs to end the second, which this game was on May 20th. To end the second inning, Rappahannock County led 2-0. Luray came back in the top of the third and tied it 2-2 off of great plays. Going into the bottom of the third, Chase Wharton stole from third base with the bases loaded to take a 3-2 lead and eventually call game here. 6-2 in the fifth inning, and that just about did it following a run given up by reliever pitcher Caden Smith. For the Luray Bulldogs, they're 1-8 on the season. They are in last place, which is 8th place in the Bull Run District overall. Their only wins for the season so far has been against Madison, an 11-8 win at Bulldog Field, which is their home advantage on the 20th. My correction, the game against Rappahannock County and Luray previously was on the 10th. They have 3 games left in the regular season. They're looking for a spark here. And this game, again, with playing the second team in the Bull Run District, would truly give them a spark in the play. Well, we'll be back to you right after this. This is Panther Sports pregame show, sidelined on the varsity baseball game here in Luray. And we'll be back to you right after this. This is Panther Baseball on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. we are just about ready to get underway. Luray is taking the first infield of the night. Rappahannock County, of course, as the road team, will be batting first. And here's a look at our lineups presented to you by our good friends at Appleton Campbell for the visiting Rappahannock County Panthers. Number 1, Logan Kreider. Number 3, Blake Kaiser. Number 4, Elijah Settle. Number 5, Sam Vandry. Number 6, Garrett Smoot. Number 7, Grant Lillard. Number 8, Caden Smith. Number 9, Ryan Williams. Number 11, Hunter Boyce. Number 14, Luke Martz. Number 15, Maston Roberts. Number 16, J.B. Leidenheimer. And number 17, Mason Ramey. The coaching crew for the Panthers, head coach Matthew Hummel, assistants Kevin Ramey and Ryan Atkins, and I believe Derek Vandry is also one of the assistant coaches for the Panthers. Leading off for the Panthers first will be Sam Vandry. Last game we saw him, he had a double early on in the game to help give the Panthers the advantage they needed to get a spark in the game early on. And as the pitchers almost done here, Reese Graybeal on the mound for the Bulldogs here tonight, at least to start the game. Behind the plate is Liam Painter for the Bulldogs. And as announced by the public address announcer here at Bulldog Field, Sam Vandry batting first. Sorry for the quick cutout there. Vandry is starting off tonight for the Panthers, playing shortstop and leading off for the Panthers. And the opening pitch here, presented to you by our good friends at Appleton Campbell, coming from Reese Graybeal, the senior. And that's popped down the left field line. And it is called a foul ball. Vandry made an advance to the first. My correction, he did make it. Or no, my correction, he made the catch. I can't see because the dugout is in my way. I'm on the left field line, and the dugout was in my way, so I thought it was fair, but not quite. Grant Lillard at the plate now for the Panthers, batting second, the catcher tonight. First pitch from Graybeal. That's grounded bouncer to the shortstop, and that is called out. That is out of play from the throw from Dalton Griffith to the first baseman Trevor Griffith. And Grant Lillard gets on plate easily. J.B. Leidenheimer, the third batter on the lineup for the Panthers. And on deck is Mason Ramey tonight. Graybeal takes a look at the first base, and he throws the 0-0 pitch, and that's swung on and missed. Throw goes to second base, but it is not in time. Grant Lillard with a great steal there. Last time we saw Grant Lillard walk for the first time, he got clipped by that pitch. He left the game early in the top of the fifth inning, with a wrist injury. And it's just great to see him back against this team so far, playing great. First steal overall for the Panthers. Second pitch, 0-1. That's grounded to the shortstop. And a bouncer is in time for the out. J.B. Leidenheimer out at first. Grant Lillard steals to third. And that was kind of a risky call there by the shortstop, Griffith. Because Griffith could have made an easy play at third. However, it would have been kind of tricky to get it to first from third. But you could have got the double play at the end of the frame there. Anyway, Mason Ramey at the plate now for the Panthers. Pitcher for tonight's game. Great pitching overall. He's gone most innings for the games. He's even pitched 7 innings. And the first pitch for Ramey is 0-1. Grant Lillard steals home. And that's an error on the play. Grant Lillard gets home safe. What a play by Grant Lillard to get in easily there. And that was just kind of an error there, really, on behalf of Luray, missing the throw. It went over the head of Liam Painter, the catcher, behind the plate for Luray. 2 errors, and the Panthers get an easily earned run. The 0-1 pitch for Ramey. He's hit in the backside, and Ramey gets easily to first base off of what might be called a cheap pitch. Coming up next for the Panthers is Luke Martz, the first baseman tonight for the Panthers. Pretty solid at the plate, can have some mistakes, but overall pretty solid.
Coming to the plate for the Panthers, the first
And the
baseman, number
courtesy
15,
runner for the Panthers
Martz.
coming in for Mason Ramey is Chase Wharton. He's an asset to the team that needs to be used in all times of play because he's great at stealing because of his quick ability to steal. Clean pitch. Correction, it's gone back to first. However, Horton is safe at first. Still looking for a pitch to Martz. Clean pitch coming to Martz, and that is low, called ball. Wharton steals to second. That would have been in time if it was on base. Brendan Fitzwater, the second baseman, was off second base by about 2.5 feet, but missed the catch either way. So Wharton gets to second base easily. Once again, if you're checking in with us now, the 1-0 pitch low in the dirt, called ball 2. Wharton steals to third, and it is not in time. This time it did make connection with the third baseman, Christian Lentz. However, it was not in time. Wharton beat it by about 5 seconds. If you're just joining us, welcome in to the Panthers game here in Luray, the regular season standing, the last game they will play. That is a 2-0 pitch called a ball, 3-0 now on the count for Martz. Panthers lead 1-0 in the top of the first. Three-0 pitch coming. And that is called a strike. It's the first strike for Graybeal pitching the first baseman. And Martz has had pretty good at-bats this season. However, this one's been pretty testy. It's popped up in the direction of right center field. It's shallow, and it's caught by the second baseman. And that will retire the side here. Horton made it across the plate, but again, it will not count as the out was made before the call was made. 1-0 here in the top of the first. Rappahannock County getting an easy run here to end the first inning, or end of the top of the first inning, I should say. Rappahannock County up at the top of the first, going into the bottom. Rappahannock County baseball on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. It's a 1-0 game here from Luray. And welcome back to the Luray Bulldogs vs. Rappahannock County Panthers baseball game. Bottom of the first now, Rappahannock County leads 1-0 going into the bottom of the side. Batting first, swung on. It'll be a foul ball. That is Isaiah Mongold. Last time he appeared against the Panthers, he pitched 4 innings, allowed 6 hits and 4 runs. Couldn't quite tell where he was tonight, but he was not on the mound tonight. The 0-1 pitch coming from Ramey, that's low near the ankles, called ball 1, and it's a 1-1 count for the junior. One pitch coming here. That swung, tipped foul, hit Grant Lillard in the face mask off the tip. It'll be 1-2 following that. If you're just joining us, welcome to Bulldog Field in Luray, just off of Route 340. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Luray with their first batter, making a 1-2. That's low in the dirt in the area of home plate in the the right-handed batter box. It'll be 2-2. 2-2 pitch coming from Ramey. That's popped in to center field, and that drops shallow for a base hit. So Isaiah Mongold gets on first base and is the first hit for the Bulldogs. Coming up, Brendan Fitzwater, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. The right-handed batter, his first appearance in tonight's game. Clean pitch coming from Ramey. That comes in pretty quick, but it's called a ball. It'll be 1-0 on the next pitch. 1-0 coming from Ramey with 1 on base. That's swung into center field. That drops in right center for a base hit. And Mongold gets to third easily, as does Fitzwater, but on first. Coming up next is Dalton Griffith, the shortstop. And this is his first appearance in tonight's game as well, as we will see throughout the next coming innings. It'll be their first appearances. 1 runner on first as well as third. The tying run on third, Mason Ramey with the clean pitch to the shortstop. That swung on and missed, and the attempt to get the out at second is not there. Sam Vandry coming in, the shortstop, coming in about maybe 3-4 feet in front of second base. However, Fitzwater got there quick enough. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch coming, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the first out for the Panthers here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 now with the Panthers leading. However, the Bulldogs have 2 runners in scoring position as Reese Graybeal comes up to bat. Called strike 1 for Graybeal, the pitcher tonight. That pitch is low in the dirt. It's ball 1. It'll be a 1-1 count on the next pitch. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Called strike 2. 1 out on the board. 2 runners on second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That's low, and the dirt will be called ball 2. Grant Lillard quickly getting to that ball, I should say, as it was low in the dirt and bounced on the back net here at Bulldog Field, with one runner on third as well as second. Grant Lillard forcing the runner to stay at third. 2-2 pitch from Ramey. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that is the second out and the second strikeout for Ramey this inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9,
Jacob Smith coming up to bat now for the Bulldogs. The right fielding senior, I should say. Once again, 2 outs on the board. One runner on second and third to tie the game and take advantage, possibly. First pitch to Smith is just a little bit above the called strike zone. It is a ball. Ramey with 2 strikeouts in the stat book. That is called a strike, it looked like. I couldn't quite tell. I couldn't hear the strike call. Umpire calls the call 1-1. So, yes, it was called a strike. So, the 1-1 pitch coming now. And that one was called a strike. 2 on the board for Ramey. And this one will call the inning if possible. Ramey with 2 strikeouts on the board. And with a 1-2 count on the next pitch, could make it 3 strikeouts to end the inning. That one is popped and fielded by the second baseman to the first baseman in time for the out. So the Panthers get off scot-free just barely as the runner comes home, not in time for the out to be called. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 going in to the bottom of, or excuse me, the top of the County. 1-0 into the Homestead Bulldogs. Rappahannock County. Baseball coverage from Bulldogs. Scoreless inning for the Bulldogs, which they so desperately needed a run. Rappahannock County leading 1-0 going at the top of the second. Coming up is Hunter Boyce playing center field tonight for the Panthers. This is his first at-bat. Again, it is the top of the second, so not much to expect there. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 over the homestaying Bulldogs. Ramey with 3 strikeouts. And that is popped into left field. However, it's just outside, and it'll be a foul ball as it just barely leaves the park. So Hunter Boyce goes 0 for 1 to start his at-bat here with an almost beautiful bomb to left field. Apologies for the quick cutout. Boyce 1-1 on the count now. Following a low in the dirt pitch by Reese Graybill. 1-1 count, no outs on the board here for Hunter Boyce. That is just low. It'll be called ball 2 as it misses the glove of Liam Painter behind the plate. The 2-1 pitch coming from Graybeal. That is above the head, called ball 3. And it's looking as if a possibility Boyce could walk. But with the uncertainty of pitchers, you never know how that could play out. The 3-1 pitch swung on the direction of center field, and it drops just as it leaves the infield for a base hit. And Hunter Boyce gets on first base safely. It's another hit for the Panthers here. And the first for center fielder Boyce. Left fielder Blake Kaiser coming up to bat now, as he's come pretty clutch at the plate at some points. Some other moments he's had not great calls or not great moments, but he's had great moments at some points. And the throwback to first base is not in time. Hunter Boyce getting back to first base in time. And that fake pitch goes to first base. However, Hunter Boyce is still safe. Graybeal trying to get that out, which great mindset by Graybeal to want that out. And here comes the goose egg pitch to Kaiser as it's low in the dirt to be called ball 1. If you're just joining us, Rappahannock County leads 1-0 in the top of the second over the home-standing Luray Bulldogs in what was a 3-strikeout bottom of the first for the Bulldogs. That's tipped and fouled away. Kaiser now standing at 1-1 with Boyce on first base. And my apologies if you can hear the road noise behind me. Bulldog Field is directly on Route 340. So apologies for any road noise you may hear. And Blake Kaiser is hit in the left shoulder by Graybeal. It's the second hit by pitch of the game for Graybeal, as he previously hit Mason Ramey. And coming up is Maston Roberts, the right fielder playing tonight's game. Not many stats to give from Maston Roberts in the last game against the Bulldogs over in Washington. However, he's a pretty solid performer at the plate. Can have, like Blake Kaiser, can have some moments. And here comes the goose egg pitch that swung on just above his head. They're calling for the check swing, and I believe he did get checked. I think it's an 0-1 call for the next pitch. Runners on first and second for the Panthers. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Reese Graybeal. That's swung on and missed. Called strike 2. And Maston Roberts in a little bit of hot water here. Graybeal looking for his first strikeout of the night. And he won't get it, as that is above the head. And both runners steal, and Boyce is out at third, but Kaiser stays home at second. 1 out on the board for the Bulldogs. It is a 1-2 count for Maston Roberts, as it was kind of a confusing play for the Panthers to call. However, Hunter Boyce didn't get the third base in time, and it is called an out. Maston Roberts swinging and missing, and Graybeal gets his first strikeout of the game. 2 outs on the board now for the Panthers. Coming up is Elijah Settle, the second baseman.
Number 4, Elijah Settle.
And the goose egg pitch to the cleanup batter is low in the dirt to be called ball 1. And apologies if you didn't hear a word I said. A big diesel truck followed behind where I'm sitting currently. Elijah Settle's 1-0 on the count with the next pitch coming up. Sam Vandry on the mound to return to the top of the lineup. That is low in the count. It'll be called 2-0 for Settle. 1 runner on base. Blake Kaiser, the left fielder, on second base. Hunter Boyce being called out off of a 2-6 throw, or 2 to 5, excuse me, throw. No, 2 to 6, I'm correct. And it is a 3-0 count for Elijah Settle here in the top of the second. 1-0 game, Rappahannock County leads. Here's a 3-0 count on the pitch. That is called strike one. Reese Graybill dealing the 3-1 pitch to Elijah Settle. That is called strike two, and we will be going to a full count. And here's Graybill dealing the payoff pitch. It's low in the dirt, and it'll be called ball four. So Elijah Settle gets to first base scot-free. Coming up next will be Sam Vandray. This is his second at-bat of the game here. No hits for the shortstop tonight. However, he's looking for his first hit. Only 2 Panthers tonight have hits. Or my correction, it's 3. Hunter Boyce picking up a hit. And official calls time behind the plate. Not quite sure what the call was for, but I'm going to guess. I was looking down at my lineup, and I'm going to guess batter called time. Goose egg pitch to Vandry coming up. He swings and misses. Strike one for the shortstop. And Graybill dealing the 0-1 pitch. That's called a strike two as it was around Vandray's knees. It's 0-2 on the next pitch. Panthers have 2 runners on base. Elijah Settle on first from the walk. Blake Kaiser with a low hit, making it the second off of a steal. And the Bulldogs' 0-2 pitch is just above the head of Vandry. Ball one. And it is 2 outs on the board for the Bulldogs here in the top of the second. Still scoreless on their behalf. Rappahannock County scoreless in this inning, leading 1-0. And Vandray called a ball as it was just outside the batter's box. Kaiser and Settle both steal to advance a base. And Blake Kaiser is now on third. Elijah Settle walk on second with Vandry at a 2-2 count at the plate. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on and missed. Strike three, and will end the frame. So Rappahannock County scoreless in the top of the second, leaving 2 runners on base. However, the Bulldogs have a little bit of work to do in the bottom of the inning. Rappahannock County leads over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs 1-0. We go into the bottom of the third. This is Panther Sports, Panther Baseball on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. So a scoreless inning that the Panthers weren't really expecting to end the top of the second. Still a 1-0 game for the Rappahannock County Panthers, leading over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs, as it is now the bottom of the second. And up to bat is Trevor Griffith. First time at bat in tonight's game for the sophomore. Ramey deals the goose egg pitch, just popped into left center field, chasing back Boyce, and he makes the catch. Coming up next is Christian Lentz.
Number 17, Christian Lentz.
Lentz has come up clutch on third base on defense. Will he turn the tides on offense? This is his first view at plate here tonight. Ramey deals the goose egg pitch that's swung on and missed. Strike one. And if you're Rappahannock County, you do not want to let anything up at all if you can help it. In the last inning, we saw Luray get 2 runners on base. And fortunately for Rappahannock County, they struck out. Ramey deals a strike 2 pitch. 0-2 coming up next to Lentz. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Into the glove of Lillard. Strike 3. Coming up next for the Bulldogs will be Bailey Graybeal. Graybeal's first at bat again for tonight's game. Luray looking for a spark during tonight's game. They're 1-8 in the Bullhorn District play. They are last in the Bullhorn District standings. Ramey deals strike 1 after the cut and miss. Ramey with 5 strikeouts on the night so far has let up 2 hits. But following those 2 hits was 3 straight strikes. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It drops in left field for a base hit. Kaiser fumbles it and picks it back up. And Graybeal gets onto first safely. Coming off deck is Leon Painter, the catcher.
Number 14, Leon Painter.
This is his first appearance at the plate tonight. Again, I don't have many stats on the individual plays. The only thing I had really was from the pitcher Isaiah Mongold who pitched over in Rappahannock County. Other than that, I don't have many stats. Here comes the goose egg pitch that swung on and missed. It was a little high. However, it was called strike 1, of course, because of the swing and miss. But that was up to close to his shoulders, if not his neck. It was kind of a bad judgment call on his part. 1 runner on first for the Bulldogs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is called strike 2. And Ramey looking to pick up his 6th strikeout of the night here in Luray. 0-2 pitch coming along, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Ramey gets his 6th strikeout of the night. It is almost a 1-2-3 inning, but the Bulldogs advance with 1 hit. Rappahannock County keeping it scoreless, though, here. Rappahannock County still leads 1-0 going into the 3rd. Panther Baseball here on Rappahannock County Sports Network. It is a 1-0 game here from Luray. I'll be back with Panther Baseball action coming at the top of the 3rd right after this. Panthers picking up 3 more strikeouts to end the bottom of the second, however, allowing 1 hit, which was better than the previous. They allowed 2 hits, and allowing just 1 hit this time wasn't pretty bad. However, Rappahannock County keeping it scoreless, as well as Luray doing the same on defense. It's still a 1-0 game. Rappahannock County leads going into the top of the third here. And Luray still taking infield. Just reminding, Luray is looking for a winning spark here. They are 1-8. Last place in the Bull Run District for the record. They have 3 games left in the season, and their only win went to Madison here at Bulldog Field, an 11-8 win on the 20th. So roughly 11 days ago, Rappahannock County 6-2 overall in the Bull Run District, losing to only East Rockingham over in Elkton 13-3, and then a recent loss to Madison at home 4-3, with an upcoming doubleheader on Friday after a game Thursday night against Stonewall Jackson in Quicksburg. Leading off in the inning for the Panthers is Grant Lillard. This is his second appearance at the plate for the Panthers tonight. He's got 1 hit so far in tonight's game, looking to expand upon that here in play. And Graybill dealing for the Bulldogs to start the top of the third. Here comes the goose egg pitch to Lillard. That's hit and out of play. That was a bomb. If it would have stayed straight, it would have been near the left field fence if it didn't hit it. 0-1 off of a foul ball from Grant Lillard to resume it. And Graybill deals the 0-1. That one swung on as well in the direction of left field. This time it stays in the park, but it will be caught for an out. Lillard getting a little bit of trouble there, however, getting some contact on the ball, and unfortunately it doesn't go his way as J.B. Leidenheimer steps up to the plate. The right-hander at bat already, however, struck out swinging in the bottom of the first, or excuse me, the top of the first. Goose egg pitch coming to Leidenheimer is above the head for a ball. Graybill deals the 1-0 pitch to Leidenheimer. That's above the head. Leidenheimer had to do a duck to miss that. And it's another ball. Scoreboard here at Bulldog Field is inoperable, which makes it fun. That is called a strike. 2-1 pitch, but the scoreboard here at Bulldog Field is inoperable. So keeping things by head, at least on my behalf, because I'm terrible at keeping things in head, has been fun so far. The 2-1 pitch coming to Leidenheimer is above the head, called ball 3. And Leidenheimer does a shake of his head, almost saying, that's not where I want it, but I'll take it. And almost absolute silence here at Bulldog Field as the 3-1 pitch is dealed, and that's low, but it's called a strike. My angle is not directly behind the umpire, so I can't quite tell where the ball was placed, but it appeared to be just below his knees from where I'm sitting. So Graybill on the mound deals the payoff pitch to Leidenheimer, and that swung on the direction of left field, but it will go foul. Just left the infield dirt by about 5.5 to 6 feet. Leidenheimer will return to plate after what seems like a lengthy at-bat for this game so far. And if you're just joining us, Rappahannock County leads over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs 1-0 in the top of the third. 1 out on the board, and Leidenheimer with the payoff pitch. That's called ball 4, and Leidenheimer will get the walk of his way to first base. And Ramey coming into the plate, his second at-bat of the night. His previous at-bat, he was hit by pitch. Graybill hitting 2 Panthers tonight by the pitch. I believe this is his 4th walk of the night. If there are people watching at home, the goose egg pitch to Ramey for his second at bat is called a strike. Leinheimer steals, and he is safe. He beat that pitch just barely. Panthers have 3 hits going for them in this game. However, the Bulldogs have 3 as well. And Graybeal deals the 0-1 pitch to Ramey. That swung on and missed. Strike 2 with Leidenheimer on second and 1 out on play. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 in the top of the 3rd inning here. Looking for a spark here as Graybeal deals the 0-2 pitch. And that's cut on and foul. It's coming back towards the Bulldog press box, and it drops maybe a foot from the bleachers and maybe 3 or so, 4 feet from me. So it kind of scared me a little bit. So Ramey stays alive off an 0-2 pitch that's called foul. Graybeal aiming to deal, looks back at the second base, the empty second base where Leidenheimer goes, and he walks back. I've never really seen that, but at the same time, I haven't seen much baseball because I've had ties to soccer. But I've never really seen the pitcher look back at second base and then go back towards second. Graybeal appears to deal, and he's going back again. That is just missed. It was a high throw to the second baseman, Dalton Griffith, or excuse me, the shortstop, Dalton Griffith, who covered for second baseman Brendan Fitzwater. And Griffith dropped it. However, no matter how the play would have gone, J.B. Leinheimer, who is at second, most likely would have been safe. The 0-2 pitch coming to Ramey this time. That's swung on and missed, and it'll be a strike 3. It'll be the 3rd strikeout for Graybeal in the game tonight. And coming up to the first baseman, Luke Martz. This is his 2nd at-bat of the night. And he's looking to get something tonight. He struck out his first appearance in the bottom of the 1st. Or excuse me, the top of the 1st. I don't know why I keep saying the bottom of the 1st. Panthers are the away team in their gold jerseys. Goose egg pitch coming is called a strike to Martz. Panthers in their gold away jerseys with the blue stripes around the armhole. The Bulldogs in their gray home attire with the maroon lettering. Panthers with navy lettering. Graybeal deals the 0-1 pitch. That swung on and missed. Strike 2. With 2 outs on the board, Martz is in some hot water at 0-2. 1 runner on base. At second, J.B. Leinheimer stealing from first off of a walk. And Luke Martz with an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs on the board. Here comes the 0-2 pitch that swung on and popped just about. And it is caught with a miraculous catch by second baseman Brendan Fitzwater, way outside of his territory to retire the side. Brendan Fitzwater with some great out of jurisdiction play to end the game, or excuse me, end the inning. Don't know why I said game there. And what a great play by the second baseman, leaving his post to eventually call inning. Rappahannock County stays scoreless in the top of the 3rd. However, they lead 1-0 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs. Bulldogs looking for a spark, though. They are 1-8, looking for their 2nd win of the season after tonight's game. Rappahannock County Sports Network bringing you Panther Baseball. Back in a moment. Rappahannock County still scoreless after two. The Bulldogs, scoreless after two, winning 1 run in the top of the first and staying scoreless since then. However, the homestanding Bulldogs yet to score. And coming up is Isaiah Mongold, the center fielder tonight. Last appearance against the Panthers, he played the one spot. He pitched for him, pitched 4 innings, allowed 6 hits and 4 runs in the 6-3 loss to Rappahannock County over in Little Washington. The first pitch to Mongold from Ramey is a ball. Mongold has a hit so far. This is his second at-bat in the game. The Bulldogs have 3 hits total. Rappahannock County picking up their third in the top of the third. And that one is called a strike. Mongold 1-1 on this next pitch. Ramey so far has struck out 6, looking to continue that total tonight. And here comes the 1-1 pitch that's swung on, fouled behind home plate, and it just about leaves the yard. Leaves what is some very nice netting at Bulldog Field. Most high school venues, at least in the Bullhorn District, have the regular metal fencing. However, Luray Bulldogs at Bulldog Field have the very nice netting that most colleges, or a lot of colleges, can't even afford. So it's great to see that a high school is actually investing in something to not only keep their fans and surrounding buildings safe, but also just investing in something that's very nice. Ramey deals the 2-1 pitch to Mongold. That's low in the dirt, called ball 4. And Mongold walks.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Brendan Fitzwater.
And Fitzwater comes up for his second at-bat of the night. He has a hit for the Bulldogs tonight. Looking to add to that total. As Ramey picks up, I believe, only the 3rd walk in tonight's game. Mongold at first. And Ramey deals the goose egg pitch. That is popped into the direction of center field. And Settle getting the double play. What a great play by Elijah Settle to call some airmail there as he jumped about 3 feet up in the air to catch it in shallow center field. Then he dished it to first base in time for the double play. What a great play by Elijah Settle. Now coming up to bat for the Bulldogs, Dalton Griffith. Griffith is silent so far in the hit column, and Grant Lillard makes his way to the mound to say a brief word to Ramey. But going back to that double play, that was a great play by Elijah Settle to leave somewhat of a jurisdiction to ensure the out, and then had the quickness to get it there in time. Ramey deals the goose egg pitch that's low in the dirt, called ball 1. And Dalton Griffith picking up his first ball of this at-bat. If you're Rappahannock County, you don't really want to let up a walk now, especially at the double play, as that pitch is too high, ball 2. But you don't want to let up a walk here, as Rappahannock County let up a walk of Brendan Fitzwater, then calling the out, off of Mongold. That is popped up, and that's going into 340 into the left turn lane, and I would say that is easily out of play unless one of the outfielders wants to go get it out of 340. 2-1 call here for the shortstop, Dalton Griffith. Still hitless, and ball 3 called for the senior shortstop. It's 3-1 here. No one has gone yet to get the foul ball that went into 340 here at Bulldog Field. The 3-1 pitch coming from Ramey. That's popped. Does not quite leave the ballpark this time. Got close to shooting over the press box here at Bulldog Field, but it is now a 3-2 count on the next pitch for Ramey. meaning this pitch could do anything as there are 2 outs on the board, 2 strikes, and Ramey deals the payoff pitch, and that'll be called ball 4. It is just outside the batter's box, and Dalton Griffith will walk. So it is the 5th walk for Mason Ramey tonight. And following Dalton Griffith will be the senior pitcher, number 15, Reese Graybill. He's seen an at-bat. He has not had a hit yet tonight, but obviously looking to change that at this at-bat. The lefty getting dealt the goose egg pitch at any second right now. There goes, runner goes to second, and that is popped into left field for a base hit. And it is stopped by Blake Kaiser about halfway between the infield dirt and the outfield fence.
Right fielder, number 9, Jacob Smith.
And Jacob Smith coming up. He's had an at-bat, but quiet at that at-bat as Ramey allows a hit in the previous at-bat. 2 runners on base, as we saw in the bottom of the first for the Bulldogs, with 2 outs on the board. And Ramey goes back to second. However, it is not in time. And Ramey, for some reason, did a somersault off of, or what looked like a somersault off of the mound. He may have tripped. I was looking down at my lineup, but he may have tripped off the mound while throwing it. Kind of questionable, because I looked down and looked back up. A play is made at second base, and the pitcher's on the ground. Kind of some things in this game you don't understand. Here comes the goose egg pitch, and it's low, ball 1, coming to the senior right fielder. If you're just joining us, Rappahannock County leads 1-0 over the homestanding Bulldogs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 runners on base for the Bulldogs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it's grounded for an easy out to retire the side. It was grounded to Sam Vandre, who flipped it easily to the second baseman, Elijah Settle, to end the inning. 1 hit allowed on behalf of the Panthers, 1 walk. That retires the side. Rappahannock County still leads over the Bulldogs, I should say, 1-0 here from Luray. Going into the 4th inning. Right after this, Panther baseball on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this break. Scoreless still after the top of the first. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 over the homestanding Bulldogs. Rappahannock County looking for its 4th hit of the night, bringing up Hunter Boyce, the center field senior, coming up for his 2nd at-bat of the game. Last time we saw Boyce, he hit first, but was out at third off a slow steal. And the first pitch dealt by Graybill to Boyce in the third inning is called a ball. Oh, 1-0 pitch is another ball. Two 0 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Boyce at the plate, meeting Graybill for the 2-1 pitch. That is called strike two. No outs on the board, no runners on base. Boyce, the leadoff batter for the top of the fourth inning here, sitting at a 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's cut and missed. And Boyce tries to make an escape to first base as the catch behind the plate was missed, but does not get there in time. And brings up left fielder Blake Kaiser. He's got a hit so far in this game. Or my correction, he got hit by a pitch in the second inning. And the goose egg pitch is low in the dirt, called ball one. So Rappahannock County has 2 hits instead of 3 on the night so far. My stat was wrong. Kaiser goes for a cut. Either way, it was a strike. Whether it was checked or not, it was at the perfect height. Good work by Graybill. The 1-1 pitch coming from Graybill. Or my correction, that was a strikeout.
Coming to the plate for the Panthers, the right fielder.
Here comes Graybill's fourth strikeout. Let's make a sentence out of that. Graybill's 4th strikeout of the night, bringing up Maston Roberts, the junior right fielder who has not had much of anything going for him tonight. This is his second at-bat of the night. And bringing the goose egg pitch is a strike. Last time we saw Roberts at the plate, he struck out swinging, which I believe ended the inning. Could be wrong. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That was way above his head. That was not a good judgment call on behalf of Roberts. It's 0-2 with 2 outs on the board. The 0-2 pitch coming and called strike 3. And that'll end the top of the fourth quickly in a 1-2-3 inning that the Panthers don't really want or need, as the Bulldogs keep the Panthers scoreless, going on 3 innings now. However, Rappahannock County scoring their first and one and only run off of a Grant Lillard steal for the most part in the first inning. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs. However, the Bulldogs showing promise as they've gotten runners on base, 2 runners on base at least, in 2 straight innings. Panther Baseball back to you right after this. Scoreless inning for Rappahannock County in a quick 1-2-3 inning brings up Trevor Griffith, the sophomore third baseman. This is his second at-bat of the night. No hits going for him yet, but anything is possible in this game as Rappahannock County leads 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Ramey deals the goose egg pitch, and that is tipped and foul ball. Called strike one for Trevor Griffith. If you're Luray right now, you want to capitalize on anything you can get. As we've seen, they've had 2 attempts where they've gotten 2 runners on base in 2 straight innings. That pitch low in the dirt called ball 1, and it'll be 1-1 on the next pitch. But Luray has struck out with runners on base each time, which is not something you really want to do. At the same time, Rappahannock County's done it, but they have an advantage to win as that is popped to the third baseman and is in time for the out at first base. Great plays between J.B. Leidenheimer and Luke Martz. And coming up next is Christian Lentz, number 17. He has not been seen yet in this game. This is his first, or my correction, this is his first, I don't know what I'm saying right now. This is his second appearance of the game. I marked the wrong batter off at the first time. That's popped up into left field and caught by the left fielder Kaiser for an easy out, which brings up Bailey Graybeal. This is his second appearance of the night. Nothing going for him yet so far, but again, anything is possible, especially in a 1-0 game where you're down by 1 run. Goose egg pitch. Called strike 1. That pitch is called strike 2. Looked kind of low from this angle, but if you're Rappahannock County, you'll take anything you can get right now just to get back on offense. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's low. Seemed to be around the same spot as the called strike 2, but it's a ball 1. And Ramey sets up and deals the 1-2 pitch. Called ball 2. 2-2 pitch. Looked to be a tip and a miss, but no call there. It's a full count as Ramey looking to end this frame. And Ramey, here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that retires the side here as Ramey picks up his 7th strikeout of the night. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and the bottom of the 4th is retired. Rappahannock County still leads 1-0 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs here late in the game. Going into the top of the 5th, Rappahannock County leads 1-0. Back with you right after this break. 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. Keeps the score 1-0 in Rappahannock County's favor here, which brings up Elijah Settle late in the game. Top of the 5th here as Settle leads off for Rappahannock County.
Off the top of the 5th inning for the Panthers,
and bringing up
second baseman, number 4,
the end
Elijah Settle.
of the second round of the lineup for Rappahannock County. Settle has not had nothing going for him so far, but we'll see what this inning holds. As Graybill sets up and deals the goose egg pitch. Called strike 1. Oh, 0-1 pitch coming to Settle, bunted, but it fouled. And that'll be a called strike 2. Great idea by Settle, but it just wasn't there. Especially because the second the ball made contact with the bat, it went immediately foul. And Graybill brings up the 0-2 pitch. Cut and a miss, strike 3. And Graybill picks up his 5th strikeout of the night.
Back to the top of the order for the
And
Panthers.
Sam Vandry
Now
comes
batting
up
the shortstop, number 5,
for his 3rd
Sam
at-bat of the
Vandry.
night. Nothing coming up yet for him. 2 strikeouts, or my correction, 1 strikeout and 1 out in left field. Rappahannock County warming up more in the first inning than they have recently, going cold in the last 4 innings as the goose egg pitch is brought up, and that's just above Vandre's head. It'll be ball 1 going into the next pitch. But Rappahannock County has really cooled off after the first inning performance. 1-0 pitch coming to Vandry. That's swung on and in the direction of the second baseman. Vandry just about gets there, but not quite. So it'll be the second out on the board for the Bulldogs here as
Now
they keep the
batting
Panthers
the
scoreless.
number 7,
Grant Lillard coming up. He's got a hit tonight. However, not much of anything coming after that. He seen with a single to first base and then a steal, 3 consecutive steals home to bring up the Panthers' only run. And after that, besides the strikeout, not much of anything. First pitch is called a ball, as it seemed from this angle rather high. On deck is J.B. Leidenheimer coming up for his 3rd at-bat. He has not had much of anything going for him as well, as the Panthers have only got 2 hits so far tonight. And Lillard, with the 1-0 pitch coming to him, gets another ball to go his way. Two-0 pitch just outside the batter's box, or strike zone, I should say. Ball 3. Graybill on the verge of walking with a 3-0 pitch. And that's called strike 1. Good thing about Graybill we've seen so far is he can entice the batter to think that he's going to walk him with a 3-0 count, but then comes back and strikes him out, or at least gets him intense to make them think he's going to strike them out. And that's called ball 4. Lillard will get the happy walk of fame.
Coming to the plate for the Panthers, the 3rd baseman, number 16, J.B. Leidenheimer.
Leidenheimer playing 3rd base tonight. Sometimes we usually see him playing second base, or he's even played shortstop one time before. However, nothing really going on for him. This is his 3rd at-bat of the night, and he's looking to get a spark here offensively. 1 out on the board, 1 runner on base, Lillard on first, and Leidenheimer at the plate. Comes the goose egg pitch as Lillard steals to second, and it is... The call is safe. The umpire didn't make a call, which was kind of confusing. I guess he didn't really know what to do in a lapse of judgment, so just made the call. So Lillard is safe at second after a quick steal, which he is one of the assets of the team. And Lillard goes, or excuse me, Leinheimer goes to the shortstop, and that's out for 3. Nothing going for Rappahannock County in the top of the 5th. However, more life for Rappahannock County as they finally get on base with a walk and a hit. But still looking for that precious goal of the run. 1-0, 1-0 for Rappahannock County here, leading over the Homestead Bulldogs. Bottom of the 5th continues right after this. Panthers get 2 on base, or 1 on base. However, it's not enough as Luray calls out to continue the game. Colin Thomas at base now at bat for Luray. This is his first at bat of the night in the lineup. Ramey's still on the mound for the Panthers, dealing the goose egg pitch to Thomas. He swings and misses. Strike 1. And Rappahannock County so far been pretty good on the behalf of strikeouts. Ramey with 7 strikeouts in this game in the bottom of the 5th now. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that hits Thomas's foot. And he will get the walk to first. Isaiah Mongold coming up. This is his 3rd at-bat tonight for the Bulldogs. He's got 1 hit tonight, but however, after 1 extra at-bat, he's gone pretty cold to see how he goes in this at-bat. And the throw to first is not in time as Thomas slides just in time to stay safe. Ramey keeping his eye on first base as substitute Colin Thomas is at first after a hit by pitch. And it is 1-0 for Isaiah Mongold. Previous stats for Mongold in the last game these two teams met. Mongold pitched 4 innings as he was the pitcher in Little Washington. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. This time he plays center field and is not giving up much anything. And this was popped and foul ball. My headphones slipped off of me and it's into 340. Again, this is the second ball to go into 340, and as I looked up to follow the ball, my microphone slipped off my head. Can never have a dull moment, can you? 1-1 pitch. Cut and a miss. Strike 2. One runner on base for the Bulldogs. No outs on the board. And there's a timeout behind the plate. Mongold gets a practice swing in and steps back into the batter's box to resume play. 1-2 pitch into 340 as well. Into the southbound lanes of 340. That is the third ball now to go into the road just behind Bulldog Field. It is 1-2 as Ramey sets up to pitch. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3, and Mongold goes back to the dugout early. Coming up is Brendan Fitzwater, the senior second baseman. He's got a hit for the Bulldogs tonight, but that hit didn't contribute to much, as it is still a scoreless game on behalf of the Bulldogs. Rappahannock County leads 1-0 in the bottom of the fifth inning for tonight's game. Last time these two teams met, it was a 6-3 Panther win at Rappahannock County. First pitch is called a ball as the attempt to beat Colin Thomas back to first base is not in time, as Luke Martz was easily 2 feet away from the bag. Ramey sets up for the 1-0 pitch coming to Fitzwater, and it goes. He cuts and misses strike 1, and Thomas stays at first. 1 out on the board following a strikeout. Ramey's picked up 8 strikeouts so far tonight. And that is cracked. Hits the pitcher's mound. Tag is at second, and the double play is not there. That could have been crucial to end the inning. However, first baseman Luke Martz not quite there. Or the throw was not quite there. Either the throw was not quite there, or Luke Martz didn't have his foot on the bag properly. He stretched out to get that out, but from this angle, it looked like he was not completely on the bag. Now up for the Bulldogs is Dalton Griffith, the senior shortstop. He's had nothing go so far for him at 3 at-bats. So we'll see what happens for him now. The goose egg pitch, and the bomb to second is in time. And the Panthers call the inning here at the bottom of the fifth. Rappahannock County getting a good set of innings here, although allowing a walk and a hit. Or correction, just a couple of walks. It ends the fifth inning, still scoreless. Rappahannock County going into the top of the sixth. Rappahannock County going into the top of the sixth, leading 1-0 over the homestanding Bulldogs. Panthers keep the Bulldogs scoreless in the bottom of the fifth. Mason Ramey comes up for his third at-bat of the game in the top of the sixth. Nothing going for him yet as he struck out twice. However, he did get hit by pitch to get an automatic walk. However, looking for something to spark here as Graybill deals the goose egg pitch. That's popped and fouled down the... correction, it is called fair. From this angle, it looked like it was bouncing along the foul line. on the left field side. But Ramey is still here. And coming up is Maston Roberts, it looks like. Or my correction, it's Luke Martz for his third at-bat. He's got nothing going for him so far, but again, anything is possible.
14, Luke Martz.
And Chase Wharton, courtesy running for the pitcher, Mason Ramey. And again, it's a good thing to have Chase on the field running because of his quickness. And the pitch goes back, and it's over the head of James Cash. And Horton gets to second base easily there. Or my correction, at first base is Trevor Griffith. I had him down at third, but he is now at first. Wharton still on second easily there after the error from Graybeal. And Martz is looking for his first pitch of this at-bat. And here it comes. Bunted to the pitcher. And Martz gets a sacrifice bunt to get Horton on third. And that's one out on the board.
Now
Hunter Boyce
the center fielder,
at plate.
11, Hunter Boyce.
He's got a hit going for him tonight, but with 3 at-bats now at least, got to have a little bit of an extra spark. One out on the board, 1-0 Rappahannock County lead with the second run, I should say. And Luray is going to opt to walk him to first base. So now coming is Blake Kaiser, his third at-bat of the game.
The left fielder, number 3, Blake Kaiser.
Kaiser seen with the HBP in the first inning. The second inning, and after that, not much of really anything going after an early exit off of an out. 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. Hunter Boyce walked intentionally by the Bulldogs. Here comes the goose egg pitch to Blake Kaiser as that is above his head. It'll be called ball 1. Chase Wharton at third at scoring position to possibly make it a 2-run game. Hunter Boyce at first base off of an intentional walk from the Bulldogs. Rappahannock County with the lead of 1-0 here with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning here. And no matter the score, no matter the time, it is still anybody's game until the very last pitch. 1-0 pitch coming to Kaiser. And that is cut on and missed. As it is low. There we go. It is a strike 1. Kaiser should have made a better judgment call there as it was almost near his ankles. It was really, really low. But a split-second judgment call can go many different ways. That's popped and fouled. Couldn't quite see where it went, but it is a 1-2 pitch. Went in the direction of right field, but it went way outside the park. And it is 1-2. And that gets called Kaiser for strike 3. Wharton steals home, and the ball is dropped, and he gets home safe. Hunter Boyce steals from second, and Wharton steals from third, and it is now a 2-run ball game in favor of the Panthers with another on base. However, Graybeal picks up his 6th strike of the game, but it comes at a cost.
Number 9,
Ryan Williams coming up to bat, his first at-bat of the game, and his first at-bat, I believe, of the season. I could be wrong at that, but being a sophomore, it's not much of a... You're not really called upon being young. Sometimes you see it, and Williams has dealt a strike, but for the most part, you don't see many young players playing on the field in the varsity level. You might see them occasionally, but for the most part, you don't really see them. You see many seniors and juniors if the roster applies. And Williams swings and misses for strike 2. 2 outs on the board, 1 out on the board with Hunter Boyce on second. Ryan Williams with a 0-2 count now. Rappahannock County leads 2-0 in the the top of the 6th. As Ryan Williams gets a break in the gap here, it's a 1-2 count on the next pitch coming from Reese Graybill. Rappahannock County beat the Luray Bulldogs over in Rappahannock County 6-3 on May 10th. Rappahannock County is 6-2 overall and second in the Bull Run District behind Page County, who is 8-2. And if Rappahannock County continues winning, they could possibly take the Bull Run District crown from the Page County Panthers. Luray is 1-8 overall in Bull Run District play. They're last in the Bull Run District standings. Their only win coming from Madison, an 11-8 win here at Bulldog Field. They have 3 games left in the slate. They're looking for a spark in the remaining slate. 2-2 count coming up for Ryan Williams. Hunter Boyce on second. Getting a big gap from second. Here comes Ryan Williams. And that is correction. That was a ball 4, and Ryan Williams gets his first look on base. Coming up is Elijah Settle. His third at-bat of the game. He has not seen much of anything really besides a couple strikeouts. As the Panthers now have 2 on base. Ryan Williams on first and Hunter Boyce on second with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Here, Rappahannock County leads 2-0 as Elijah Settle steps up to the call in the 6th. The first pitch is called a strike. And Rappahannock County's 2 runs have come off of steals from home and not essentially hits, which is kind of scary if you're a team that wants to get hits, as Elijah Settle bouncing ball to the shortstop, and the out is made at first, which my correction, that is the 3rd out, and the side is retired. Rappahannock County leading over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs 2-0 going into the middle of the 6th, and that will retire the side here. Rappahannock County leads 2-0 going into the bottom of the 6th. Rappahannock County finally scoring a run after the brief break-in runs in the first inning. They get one again in the top of the 6th. And coming up is Dalton Griffith, his 4th at-bat of the night. He's had nothing go for him tonight. However, late in the game, anything is possible. As we've seen several times this season. For example, Rappahannock County picking up a win over Stonewall Jackson, 2 runs to 1 in the bottom of the 7th. The first pitch coming to Griffith is low in the dirt. It'll be called ball 1. And Ramey is still on the mound for the Panthers, despite pitching 6 innings, or well now 5 and a third innings. Because this inning will make it a complete 6th inning. That's popped up in the direction of left field, but it is way outside the park. Doesn't get quite under 340 this time. Not quite, but it was close. It's about 10 feet, 15 feet away from the road here, 340. Bulldog Field, 30 or so feet away, maybe 40 or 50 along the lines. I'm not good at judging the distances, but Bulldog Field, at least the point of this is, Bulldog Field especially close to Route 340, which connects Luray to Front Royal, among many other towns in between. And that's popped in the direction of left center field, chasing back center fielder Hunter Boyce. And he makes the catch near the warning track. So that out brings up number 15, Reese Graybill. This is his third at-bat of the night. Nothing really going offensively for him. I want to say he's walked at least once, but I'm not keeping track of that. The Bulldogs have 2 hits in tonight's game. Rappahannock County has 3 and 2 runs. And Graybill bunts in the direction of third base. And Brian Leinheimer picks the ball up, but does not have enough time to make a play, so Graybill gets there in time. And that is counted as a hit.
9, Jacob Smith.
The senior right fielder, Jacob Smith, called up to the plate. This is his third at-bat of the night. He's had nothing really going for him. But as we just saw with Graybill, anything is possible, especially late in the game. Goose egg pitch low in the dirt to Smith, and it'll be a ball. Rappahannock County leads 2-0 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs late in the 6th inning, as there is 1 out on the board coming off of a great catch in center field from Hunter Boyce, and that is called a ball. It'll be 2-0 count on the next pitch coming to Jacob Smith. And Ramey pitching 5 1/3 innings so far. If he completes this inning, it'll be 6. Ramey deals called ball 3. The Bulldogs have 1 on base after a bunt that straddled the left foul line. And Reese Graybill, the pitcher, rushed to first base. And Jacob Smith is arguably walked.
Coming to the plate for the Bulldogs,
Christian Lentz coming up.
Number 18, Trevor Griffith.
Or my correction is Trevor Griffith. I read the right number but the wrong name. And Matthew Hummel makes his way out to the mound, as we might most likely see a pitching change. However, Mason Ramey picking up 5 1/3 inning. Luke Martz is currently leaving the field for Logan Kreider, who will take over at first base, I believe. No, my correction, Logan Kreider's coming on as well as Martz. And now Kreider's leaving the field. So we'll take a brief break after this. We'll be back right after this. Panther Baseball on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. 2-0 game in the bottom of the 6th. Well, Ramey is retired as pitcher tonight. He pitched 5 1/3 innings complete before being called to step down by head coach Matthew Hummel. Luke Martz will take his place on the mound. And Ramey, I believe, will take his place at first base. So a bit of a flop here, or a bit of a flip-flop, I should say, as we're still going through Mart's warm-ups. At bat for the Bulldogs is Trevor Griffith, his third at bat coming up. He's got nothing really going for him tonight, but and Ramey is on first. Martz is pitching now.
Number 14, Luke Martz.
Martz's first pitch. I believe this might be his first pitch of the season. Could be wrong, but anyway, he deals. And a great start for Luke Martz. It's called a strike one. So Trevor Griffith obviously seeing at the beginning that he might not get out of this as he hoped. However, that pitch is just a little bit high. It'll be ball one. So it'll be double ones for the next count. Runner on second for the Bulldogs is Reese Graybill. Runner on first is Jacob Smith following the walk. And Martz picks up another ball. Martz sets up and deals a 2-1 pitch. That's low in the dirt, called ball 3. And Rappahannock County, if not careful, is on the verge of loading the bases. Deals a 3-1. Called strike 2. And Martz keeping things going defensively. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and popped foul as it is a bouncing ball into the Panther dugout. If you're just joining us, it's a 2-0 Panther game here in the bottom of the 6th. Luke Martz is on the mound for the Panthers following a 5 1/3 inning pitching game from Mason Ramey. And that's tipped and foul ball from Trevor Griffith. Ramey picked up 8 strikeouts in the game. Martz is looking for his first as he was just subbed in. As pitcher, Martz and Ramey basically switched places. Ramey's now at first. 1 out on the board. Here comes the payoff pitch from Martz. That's tipped and foul again. This is the 3rd foul from Trevor Griffith. And Trevor Griffith, way to keep things alive offensively, as the last 3 have been fouls, despite the 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Low in the dirt, called ball 4. And Martz has contributed to loading the bases for the Bulldogs. Coming up is Christian Lentz. His 3rd attempt from the plate now. He's the 3rd baseman. Nothing really gone for him, but however, he's got the bases loaded this time with 1 out on the board. Martz dealing the goose egg. Low in the dirt, called ball 1. About an hour and 35 minutes into this game, Rappahannock County leads 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. However, the bases are loaded with only 1 out on the board. Martz deals the 1-0. That's popped in the direction of center field, drops for a base hit, and Luray finally gets on the board with Reese Graybill coming home. It's an RBI single for Christian Lentz.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 12, Bailey Graybill.
Graybill comes up to the plate now. Base is still loaded for the Bulldogs. It is now a 2-1 game. Rappahannock County leads with 1 out on the board in the bottom of the 6th. Martz deals strike 1. And Martz deals the 0-1. Cut on and missed, strike 2. Bailey Graybill trying to make his 3rd appearance at the plate. Great, however, it's 0-2. And it's a called strike 3. Rappahannock County picking up their 2nd out at the bottom of the 6th. With loaded bases, Rappahannock County leads 2-1 now, with 2 outs on the board. Bringing up number 14, Liam Painter. This is his 2nd appearance at the plate tonight. Nothing gone for him tonight so far, but again, this is only 2nd appearance, so not much to judge. Martz deals low in the dirt. The 1-0 deal from Martz. Cut and fouled back behind the press box here at Bulldog Field. It's 1-1. The 1-1 deal from Martz coming on now. That's popped and foul ball. Goes just in front of the third base coach. Say about a couple of feet away from hitting him. And it's now a 1-2 count. With the bases loaded, 2 outs on the board. Bulldogs getting their first run of the game here. Liam Painter, the catcher, at the plate with a 1-2 count. Martz deals. That's a little high, called ball 2. Two cut from Martz. Low in the dirt, called ball 3. And it's full count for Martz here with 2 outs on the board. Bulldogs have loaded bags with 2 outs. Anything else will either tie or take the lead. Anything to stop with the payoff pitch coming. Called strike 3! And Martz saves the Panthers a big deal of heartache here as they keep it from being a tie game or a disadvantage. However, the Bulldogs do pick up their first run of the game in the bottom of the 6th. And going into the 7th, Rappahannock County looking to pick up anything they can get. Final frames coming up here in just moments. From Bulldog Field, Rappahannock County leads 2-1 of the homestanding Luray Bulldogs. Back to you right after this. Well, a scoreless game for the Bulldogs takes up Rappahannock County in the top of the 7th. And it is a 2-1 game overall here from Bulldog Field. Back at the top of the lineup, Sam Vandry, his 4th appearance tonight at the plate. And pitching for the Bulldogs is now Dalton Griffith, called up from shortstop. And this will be the one and only inning he will pitch tonight, most likely, depending on how defense goes for both teams. Griffith deals the goose egg pitch, and it is called strike 1. Oh, 1 deal, low in the dirt, called ball 1. Top of the 7th here, Vandry leads off for the Panthers at a 1-1 count. Rappahannock County leads 2-1 in the final inning of play. 1-1 deal, and it's popped and fouled outside the park. Be 1-2 count on the next pitch. Griffith with a 1-2 pitch to Vandry. Low in the dirt, ball 2. And Vandry stays alive. Rappahannock County ending their season on a road slate. Here is the first game of this week. They will play Stonewall Jackson on Thursday at 6 at Stonewall. And they will end their regular season against Strasburg at 4-6 on Friday. That's popped and fouled by Vandry. And the count stays 2-2. Rappahannock County pressing their luck, I should say, at Strasburg. Didn't get to play the very first game of the season, would have played Strasburg, but didn't get to due to COVID-19 protocols. Rappahannock County now opting to doublehead them on Friday, June 4th at First Bank Park in Strasburg. Here's a 2-2 deal. That's popped. Bouncing ball stopped by the shortstop, and it is in time for the out. Vandry called down early, just about missed the bag, but Grant Lillard comes up.
Number 7, Grant Lillard.
And Lillard makes his 4th at-bat of the night. He's got a hit going for him, but other than that, that's about it. And Rappahannock County really not much to speak for. No hits to bring in any runs. They've mainly just stolen for their 2 runs, I should say. Luray got an RBI to get that run in. Lillard sets up in the batter's box. Griffith sets up for the goose egg. And a great pitch by Griffith. It's called a strike. That actually was a very beautiful pitch. It was perfect straight up and down from this angle. And Lillard going down in the count to start his at-bat. His 4th at-bat, I should say. 0-1. Griffith with the pitch. That's popped. Stopped by the shortstop. And the throw beats him in time for the out. Great set of plays, I should say, by Trevor Griffith at first base. And J.B. Leidenheimer gets called up. J.B. Leidenheimer up for his 4th at-bat of the night. And Rappahannock County so far going 0-0 for this inning. Still a 2-1 game in the top of the 7th here. Rappahannock County leads. 2 outs on the board, nobody on base, and the goose egg pitch is dealed as J.B. Leidenheimer swings and misses and goes down in the count to continue his at-bat. And JB's got the tenacity to fight and continue, but it's just simple split-second decisions that get him in trouble. Here's the 0-1, and it's way above his head. Ball one. And that one is cracked into deep left center field. And it stops at the wall. Leinheimer around second. And he will go to third. And he is safe at third. J.B. Leinheimer with a in-the-park triple. And it is a great set of plays by J.B. Leinheimer for a long bomb for a triple. And that is just the spark the Panthers needed to stay in this game. It is a 2-1 game here, and one runner in scoring position off of a bomb of a hit. Panthers now call up Mason Ramey to the plate. This is his fourth at-bat. He's gotten hit by a pitch once, and other than that, not much of anything. His first pitch tipped and fouled. Goes down to the count 0-1. J.B. Leinheimer picking up his first hit, which is a monumental one tonight. A bomb triple into left center. The 0-1 deal to Ramey. That's popped and fouled. It's up. And it's inside the dugout. Great effort there by Trevor Griffith to try to beat it. But he just about missed it going into the Bulldog dugout. Griffith deals the 0-2. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. And that will end the inning. Or end the frame of the inning, I should say. Griffith picks up his...
One hit, no errors, and one runner left on base as we head into the bottom of the seventh inning.
Griffith picks up his first inning. Or first strikeout, I should say. And that'll conclude the top of this inning. Rappahannock County still leads 2-1 going into the bottom of the seventh. Well, an intense game coming up here. The bottom of the seventh, Rappahannock County leads 2-1. With the Bulldogs calling up Isaiah Mongol, the leadoff hitter, with his fourth attempt from the plate. Now he's got one hit tonight as the Panthers finish up infield shortly. Rappahannock County defeating this team over in Little Washington on May 10th, 6-3. And Rappahannock County is 6-2 overall. This game would help propel them to be top of the district if they continue winning over 8-2 Page, who currently sits atop the district. Rappahannock County's only losses, I should say, are to East Rockingham and to Madison County, most recently at home on last Thursday. They have a testy road schedule coming up. Again, 3-game road slate this week to end the regular season. Rappahannock County also, I should have mentioned, first in the Region 1B standings. But they've got tonight's game to finish up. Then they've got Stonewall Jackson to worry about on the 7th. Then they've got not one, but 2 games against Strasburg at 4 and 6 to worry about on Friday. So it's a rather packed slate for the Panthers here this week, especially since no other team played tonight except for the varsity baseball team.
Now pitching for Rappahannock, number 5, Sam Vandry.
And
leading
Vandry
off
goes to the mound for Rappahannock County.
7th inning, the center fielder, number 3, Isaiah Mongold.
So Martz picks up 2 strikeouts. Vandry starting up at the 7th inning. Again, Ramey picking up 8 before he was retired in 5 1/3 innings. And Mongold getting dealed the goose egg from Vandry. It's low in the dirt, called ball 1. And again, if you're just joining us, Rappahannock County leads 2-1. No outs on the board in the bottom of the 7th so far. However, we just started it, and Mongold now dealing with a 1-0 that is now a 1-1. Mongold has a hit. However, that one does not go as it is a swing and a miss. 1-2 on the count. Vandry on the mound. This is his first appearance on the mound tonight. Ramey's at first base. And I believe Martz is at second. 1-2. Just outside the batter's box for a ball. Two. That's hit to the shortstop, and it's through for a base hit. And Mongold adding to his total. He's got 2 hits tonight for the Bulldogs.
Coming to the plate for the Bulldogs, number 5,
Brendan Fitzwater coming up, the senior second baseman, his 4th appearance at the plate tonight. He's got 1 hit under his belt. The Bulldogs with the solo RBI among both teams tonight. Rappahannock County getting 2 runs off of 2 steals from third. Vandry deals, and that is popped and foul off of the bunt. No outs on the board. And Grant Lillard had a replacement mask brought to him. I believe he was borrowing Luray's for the time being. He borrowed Luray's because Logan Kreider brought him a mask and took the mask that Lillard was wearing to the Bulldog dugout. And the throw to first is not in time. However, many Panther fans here believe it was, and from the angle I'm sitting at now, it kind of did look kind of close. And the throw back to first is not in time. Fitzwater dealed 0-1, and that's low in the dirt. It'll be called ball 1. And Vandry deals 1-1. Low in the dirt, called ball 2. No outs on the board here in the bottom of the 7th. Rappahannock County leads 2-1. However, the tying run is on first base. With no outs on the board, Brendan Fitzwater at a 2-1 count. The throw to first is safe. This is the 3rd attempt to throw back to first in order to get Mongold out at first. Vandry deals 2-1, and it is low in the dirt for a ball 3. And if you're at Payne County right now, you really don't want to let anything up as this game will be called. And it is dropped by Elijah Settle, second baseman, and he is called out. Mongold is called out at second after a late second judgment call. He went back to first after he thought Elijah Settle made the catch. However, he did not make the catch, and Mongold went back from first to second, which inevitably caused him the out. So now there's one out on the board. Rappahannock County still with a tying run on base and the winning run at the plate. Dalton Griffith now at the plate. He's in his fourth attempt. And that's called strike for Griffith. One out on the board for the Bulldogs. And Vandry deals the 0-1. That's popped up and foul. That is outside the park. 0-2 for Dalton Griffith coming up with one out on the board. On deck is Reese Graybeal coming up with his fourth attempt. He's got a hit coming for him. One out on the board for the Bulldogs. 2-1 game. Rappahannock County leads. Sam Vandry with 0-2 deal. That's just outside the strike zone. It'll be the first ball for Dalton Griffith at this at-bat. Here comes the pitch. That's low, and it'll be called ball 2. Correction, ball 3. Nope, ball 2. Umpire confused me. Umpire held up 3-1, then switched it to 2-1, which is who I went off of. The 3-1. And the 2-1 is now a 3-1. Or no, it's 3-2. Full count. Thanks, umpire. You confused me. Vandry sets up for the payoff pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 4, and Dalton Griffith gets the 90-foot walk of fame.
Now batting, number 15.
Reese Graybeal coming up to bat. His fourth at-bat of the night. He's got one hit going for him tonight. Graybeal, the lefty. Vandry deals, and strike is called. Vandry deals Graybeal to 0-1. That's low in the dirt. It'll be called ball 1. The 1-1 pitch, tipped and foul. And every point where you get a 2-strike play is crucial at this point if you want to keep the hopes of winning this game alive. Rappahannock County 2-1 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runners on base with 1 out on the board. Vandry deals ball 2. Two pitch coming, tipped and foul. And a great effort by Reese Graybeal to stay alive despite being down 2-2. Vandry, the 2-2. Called strike 3, and the play at third is not in time. However, the Panthers add one more out to the board, and they are 1 out away from winning this game. Jacob Michaluki, Jacob Smith. At bat now for the Bulldogs. He's got nothing going for him tonight. This is his fourth at bat. There are 2 Jacobs back-to-back in the lineup. Number 8, Jacob Michaluki, and number 9, or Jacob Michalucci, I should say, and then number 9, Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith is at bat, and his first call is a strike. Tying run is on third. Winning run is on second. One out on the board. 0-1 count. Vandre deals. Up high, ball one. One count on the pitch, and Vandre deals it. Swing and a miss, strike two. And the Panthers are one strike away from winning this game. With a tying run on third and the winning on second, Rappahannock County leads 2-1. 2 strikes, 2 outs. This play could call game. Vandre doing the 2-2. Low in the dirt. And my correction, that was the second ball. 2-2 count on the next pitch. Sam. 2-2 count. 2-1 Rappahannock County. Here's the pitch. Called strike three, and the Panthers sweep the Bulldogs in nail-biter style. Rappahannock County wins 2-1 here in Bulldog Field. And we'll be back to you right after this with the post-game interview. All right, so I'm on the field. I'm on the field with head coach Matt Hummel following the 2-1 game. First of all, congratulations on the win. We want to give a few quick remarks on how your team performed tonight.
Thank you. Kind of like I told them, it was a very gutsy performance. It wasn't an easy game for sure. Luray has been playing much better baseball the second half of the season. And I mean, this was, to the end, it was a fight. You know, second and third, 2 outs, or winning run is on second base. It's a high-pressure situation. But the last couple of games like this have been really good for us. They're kind of realizing that it's nice to have a little bit of a cushion. We just have to work on some things in the early innings to kind of get some more runs across. But, you know, like I said, told them, very gutsy win.
So you really didn't get any runs off of hits tonight, which is kind of sad, or kind of upsetting, really, because that's what you really want to look for in runs. But the steals from third really did help, especially with Chase and Grant stealing in the very first inning.
Yeah.
What is your philosophy on stealing, and do you preach it as much as you see on the field at least?
Very good question. So I do like being aggressive on the base paths, especially at the top of our order. We have some serious speed. And then when Chase pinch runs for our pitcher, obviously he brings the added element. But in all honesty, Grant manufactured that run himself. I'll give him all credit. He does a great job of diagnosing the opposing catcher. And so he'll see if he's lackadaisical throwing the ball back to the pitcher or doing this or doing that. And like you saw on that first run, he took advantage of an opportunity. And he kind of has the green light to make those advantages. He's a very smart baseball player. I trust his instincts. And then Chase, that was a heck of a one. I thought he was going to be thrown out for sure. But again, speed makes other players make mistakes. But again, going back to the lack of hits, that's an emphasis. We're not putting the ball in play as much as we were in the beginning of the season. So we had 4 hits tonight and 5 walks, and we only scored 2 runs. We should be able to do something a little bit more productive than just 2 runs. I think almost every inning we had a runner on second base. And those kind of opportunities we have to start cashing in.
Mason tonight pitched 8 total strikeouts, 5 1/3 innings. You got a big road slate, or a big slate coming up this week with a game at Stonewall Jackson Thursday, followed by a doubleheader on Friday, 4 and 6. Even though you pitched in 5 1/3 innings, do you think your main idea was to keep him rested and ready to go for the next 3 games to come?
Yes. So he was pitch counted tonight so he can throw against Strasburg on Friday. Due to his amount of pitches, he's available for Friday. Yeah, he always gives us 110% when he's on the mound. Like I said, I think he's 5-0 on the season now, which is phenomenal. And again, we had Luke and Sam come in behind him and do the job. Luke got out of a tough inning. I kind of put ourselves in that jam. And then Sam, of course, Sam's very good at shutting the door. That's kind of what he brings to the table.
All right, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
All right, last question. There were several points throughout the game where errors really helped or hurt the team, especially because at one point we had 2 runners on base. Rappahannock County had 2 runners on base, and vice versa with Luray loading the bases and striking out twice. But errors played a big part in how this ball came out. On the Luray side, how do you think the errors helped your part today?
On our part, gave us a couple of base runners. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how many exact. I think they had the one overthrown ball at first base. But at the end of the day, all it did was give us a runner on first base. And the way we're hitting tonight, we couldn't manufacture it. I would say our errors put us in more of a hole than their errors did for them. Especially that last inning, the squibber up the middle, and the kid had a couple terrible swings in his at-bat. And then we kind of give him a free pass, give him a little bit of life. Luckily, the ball Elijah misplayed didn't come back to hurt us. That was one of those, the kid on first, he did all he could do. You don't know if he caught it or not. We were fortunate to get out of that one. But otherwise, I thought our defense was pretty good. We've been playing better defensive ball. We're kind of giving more on defense rather than offense. I thought Hunter had a heck of a catch in the 5th inning, that deep fly ball to center. But, it's a constant work, a constant learn, just keep learning. Because as you can see, there's going to be no perfect game. So you just kind of have to make do and do the best you can with what you got.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Yep, thank you.
That'll conclude tonight's game. Again, final score, Rappahannock County wins 2-1 over the homestanding Luray Bulldogs. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game, and we hope to see you soon. Have a great one.